Globalization has changed our world since the ancient time. Globalization has been there since the start of the human history. We shared our cultures and beliefs, technologies through the ages. And now, with the use of globalization, our advancements have visibly increased in the past decade, years, centuries over the human history. Now let's go back to the present. Let's start with economic integration business. Imagine if Coca-Cola and Pepsi have no competition. Only one of those products exists. Their variety and product usage will be much less exciting compared to what it is now. Competition among products is the reason why there are much more variety in today. For example, in phones there are so many kinds like Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, etc. With each have their own weaknesses and strengths. So what if only one of those exists? Then the other phone will not upgrade. They will stick to what they got, and since there is no competition, they have no enemies. So the customers they will have will increase and only increase and will not suffer and demand because they are the only one in demand in the marketplace. But if you add an additional phone or additional company to the mix, then there will be competition. Demands will increase, some people will have choices. Thus, this company will need to increase their products upgrades. Now let's try in McDonald's for example. In the past, almost all restaurants are diners where you have to eat inside the restaurant. There is no such thing as takeout. Well, there is, but it's mostly stands and not like a restaurant or fine diners. Now, McDonald's start to made an idea about something called drive-thru, where you can order your food through the window of the shop, then go, they will deliver it through the window and give the fries food to you. You will pay there as well. Now they are the very first shop that did this, thus earning them the reputation of it. By doing this, they earn so much because they are the very first person that made the idea. It is quite unique and now many people copied it. Now, what do they do to ensure that their customers will not go away from their restaurant? They improve their products. They stopped selling chickens and focused more on hamburgers and fries. Mostly takeaway foods were example of drive-thrus foods today. Now, while in the topic of business, let's go straight to investments. So, why was investment created? Investment is created because some of the people are wealthy who already holds a lot of money doesn't know where to put it. They can spend it or spend it wisely to some people who wants to make business. No. Why do investment important in a country? Because investment is used to give early salary or money for the people who needs it for business. Now, if someone try to invest in a businessman, they can either lose the money or earn more money. Now, the stocks comes in. The best example of investment is banks. There is something we call interest. Um, in banks, some bank tellers try to ask for money to some people, for example, seamen or other high earning salary workers. Now, if they try to invest to these bank tellers or something, they will earn some interest back after in a couple of years. So why does bank ask for investment or investment from other people even though they already have the money? Because from the start, banks doesn't have any much money stocked. Now, if someone tries to put a debt in bank, there they will earn some money, but they don't have in the start. So what do? They borrow from the people who already have. Now, in order to pay back and ensure that that person will invest into you, they put some interest like 0.1%, 1%, 2%, 3%, thus earning them back their earnings. So that is what Elon Musk did. Elon Musk from the start already have a lot of money in the start, around $1 billion or so. So he asked a bank to lend him some money. So why did he want the bank to ask and borrow some money to the bank? Because he already have so much stock, so much property. The bank agreed. So why did the bank agree? Because they put some interest in it. If Elon Musk spends a lot, like for example 10 million over a rocket ship, if that rocket ship earns something, for example he earned 15 million out of it, the bank with a small interest can earn a little bit more. For example, if he asks for 10 million, after a few years the bank will get back the 12 million. That is one of the examples in real life. Now that we talk about investment and why people invest to earn back what they spend, let's talk about the investment of other countries over the other countries without earning back anything at all. For example, America. They try to invest in a third world country. For example, Philippines. Just an example, of course. The 99% of the whole cash in the America, 1% was given as a gift or investment, but it's not really an investment, but as a gift. So why do other wealthy countries give some cash to the poorer ones? Let's think of a perspective. Bill Gates said this once: why would you pay for someone even though you're not gonna earn something from it? For this example, America and Philippines. If America gives something to the Philippines without asking anything back, if a rich country pay the small country for free, that small country will not do anything bad to that rich country. If they try to help, give technology, etc., like what always American does in Iran, Afghanistan, and Taiwan, they will earn something back but not in cash. For example, in Taiwan and in Iran, the main reason why there are war in that country in the first place is because of the gasoline and diesel. Now, why did the American put a war in Iran? It's because Iran wants to turn the exchange rate into euro rather than dollars. Now, why did the Americans start the war? Because of that. Because they will lose a lot of investment, a lot of money, a lot of cash if the Iran does that. So they started the war. Now let's take a look at the economic integration, wealth distribution. So in wealth distribution, this is the distribution of wealth among other countries. For example, in America, they earn a lot more. Germany, they earn a lot. But if you go to the China, India, etc., they earn less. So why does that? There is, let me give you an example. The average teacher salary in America is $5,240 per month, while in the Philippines is 29,798 pesos, or $552 dollars and 40 cents per month. See the difference? Now, why do they do this kind of thing? There is such thing called taxes. If you're gonna take a look carefully at the population between these countries, in America, there are lesser people compared to India and China, which almost double, triple, or quadruples the population there is. Now, why is the gap so big? This became an exploitation among the Western countries over the third world ones. Why? For example, in America, you will never see any factories of shoes or clothes, whatever, in that place. It's very rare. If you see one, it's very rare. You almost commonly see this in the countries of India, China, and Philippines. The America put their factories there. So why do they put their factories there? It's because of the workers. If you're gonna pay someone triple the price over three people who would be paid the same and lesser, you would choose the otherwise. In America, the minimum wage is still very high. Even if you are just a tutor, for example, you earn almost $10 per hour depending on your customer. Now, if you are a teacher in the Philippines, you earn at least 1,000 pesos, or if converted to dollars, $20 a day. Now let's go to the factory workers. In construction sites in America, you almost earn at least $10 to $20 per hour you work. At least $20 per hour. Now, while in the Philippines, you earn only 500 pesos to 700 pesos per day. Now, if you convert that to dollars, the list at least $10 to $14. Now, you will see the upside and downside to this. If you are on the third world country who is earning lesser, way lesser, the good news about this is almost everything is cheaper. Everything is cheaper. If you go to these countries like Germany, USA, UK, everything is way more expensive. The best example of this is America. In UK, this is well fixed, unlike in America, it is not. The hospital there is way expensive. You don't wanna be inside in a hospital in that country. Yes, you don't wanna be. Medical services there is one of the best, but the bill is the scariest. Now let's go to global trade. Um, what what is global trade? For example, in the past, the main global trade used is cotton and food, especially in the British Empire, where in that time where they were always colonize other countries like Africa. They plant cotton, and yeah, they trade it with through other with tea, clothes, and other things. Now, if you put this in our country, Philippines, one of the recent is Duterte. He didn't use to trade. He didn't use money to trade with this particular country, the Russia. The Russia traded some military arms, the guns, for example, AKs, etc., and rockets. So what did they use for the trade? They traded it with coconuts, bananas, and few bills, money bills of the Philippines. Why? Because in Russia, there was a war. There is still war between Ukraine and Russia. Now the Russians' money, cash, wealth is incredibly down by the opposing side. Their money called rubles were almost cost nothing because yeah, they were down by the opposing side. Now they use the paper bills, the money bills of the Philippines to buy their own trades, imports and exports. They also do the same in China in order to negate the downage of their main rubles. And since we are near the time limit, even though globalization is quite more big and have much more variety and topics that needs to be shared, since the time limit is already passing, we'll stop right there. So yeah, this is the globalization, mostly about business and economic integration. Mostly the main thing that we focus around here is business, investment, wealth distribution, and global trade. For conclusion, globalization did a lot. Technology-wise, trade-wise, and friendship among other countries. Yeah, for the same thing in the Russia and the Philippines, from what Bill Gates said and from businesses like McDonald's, it surely did help. And for making much more variety over the products we already own today. Uh, and that's it for my TED Talk. Thanks for listening. My name is Ezekiel J. Lozano, and thank you.